So today we're going to talk about teens and tweens, and is it appropriate or not to put them in an Uber or a Lyft or a taxi when you need to get them somewhere and you can't get them there? And I can tell you, as a parent of 3, almost 4 teenagers, this is very controversial amongst the teen parenting community, and we all do things pretty differently. I know you're not there yet.
No, but I am here to judge.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm already judging you.
Good. Well, you're going to have fun with this then.
Oh,
because
can't wait till you leave.
I mean, my kids they have the Uber app, and I didn't realize it was really a thing until I had to get my daughter home from a party, and I couldn't pick her up, and Dad couldn't pick her up, whatever. And usually we're pretty good with carpool.
Yeah.
But I had said, just when when you come home at 11 or whatever, just get an Uber home. And she was okay. She said, okay. But then the mother drove her, and she's from like another city, like one city over. The mother of the house, like her friend, drove her home because was like, I'm not putting this child in an Uber. And I'm like, it's my child. I told her to go in an Uber, but the mom ended up driving her home, which I felt terrible about.
Well, she's cheaper than an Uber.
I know. She probably thought, well, I know exactly what she was thinking of me.
She's not going to your house for a sleepover. Exactly. Wow, you are really getting the kids out of the house.
Yeah, so I'm not going to lie. I felt a little bit judged about that, but it never stopped me. Because honestly, I don't have a cloning machine in my basement, so there is only the one of me.
They are all natural.
Right?
Oh, okay.
I know. And so there are, I'm like, for me, like, there's only the one of me.
Yeah.
My 2 eldest were on a rugby team together, and I couldn't get them from school to the rugby practice.
Right.
Because at that time of day, I've got 4 other kids I'm getting to and from school and shuffling about and whatever. So I absolutely had them every practice. They hopped in an Uber together and off they went to practice.
See, the thing with Uber, though, is like over a cab. Okay, so I could see an Uber over a cab, because an Uber, you can track it.
Right.
Although I don't know how you do that if it's not on your phone, if it wasn't ordered, but you can reshare your location. I mean, there's ways I think you can go around it, like to make yourself feel more secure.
Anything could happen in these kids anytime. Obviously, you try not to take too many risks or whatever.
Yeah.
But, I get the notification because it's on my PayPal when my kids have arrived. Yeah. I don't want to know where my teenagers are all the time. I've got friends who go there, they're like, oh, they just arrived to school. Oh, they've just gone to the Tim Hortons. I'm like, I don't really.
Oh, thank God.
I don't love them that much.
and you'd need 6 phones, but
right.
But I mean, for parents who are a little trepidatious about the Uber experience, like one thing about Uber that we learned this summer was we were on the Gardiner going in traffic, and traffic was like stop and go.
Yeah.
And he sped up and he really slowed down slowly, and he said, I do that because Uber can tell when I'm hitting hard stops on the brakes, and then I'll lose points on my driving. So Uber is kind of hyper aware of what's going on in the car. I'm not saying that nothing can happen. I'm just saying, for peace of mind, it's more secure to me than sticking your kid in the back.
Well, and people rate the drivers.
They rate the drivers.
If the driver does something snaky, they're gone. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's their own car. Mm-hmm. Like, I just feel there's more accountability with an Uber. Mm-hmm. Like, the cabs here in Toronto, like, I don't even think they're good drivers on a good day. So I definitely would not put my kid in one. But... And also, once they're in a cab, if they hail it on the side of the street, you have no way of knowing, right? But I do feel like Lyft and Uber is a little, there's got to be more peace of mind, I guess. But too, like, I'm not there yet. But right now, my big struggle is Maddie's 6. Do I let her stay in the bath alone?
Right.
That's my big struggle.
But I even think, it's just so convenient. And it's so, like, honestly, we were at a party last Friday night, and the people whose party we're at, they have 3 teenagers as well. And one of the kids was finishing a shift at McDonald's at 11 or whatever. He got an Uber home, and the dad's like, this is awesome. I don't have to leave my party.
I think so.
And it's like Uber's home for the $7 cab ride home. Like,
okay, so what are some of the concerns then from other parents?
I think it's the concern of who's the driver, whose car are they getting into.
Of course, especially teenage girls.
That's the big one. Yeah, that probably is the main
especially
one.
Teenage girls, if they're drinking.
Right.
Coming home from a party.
Sure. I think parents put a lot of pressure on themselves, like, I should be doing these things for my kids. It's almost like we feel guilty if we're not fetching them all the time and I need to be picked up here or there or whatever. Yeah. And you know what? I can't do all of that.
But that's old school. Like, that's back when our parents There was no way for them to call or text or get a hold of anybody else to help them out. And like now we have technology. I don't know.
And
wasn't that to alleviate some of this guilt and provide more convenience for us?
I do think kids though also have to be well versed on taking public transportation.
Yeah, they do. And you know what? Some of the onus is on the kid. Like, they have to understand the rules of engagement, too.
Totally.
Right? Like, they have responsibilities, too, to keep themselves alive. It's not just our
exactly.
job.
Make good choices, teenagers.
We're
Make
busy.
good choices.
Busy drinking
So
wine.
would you put your teen in an Uber? Do your teens have the app? And do you let them use it? Tell me, are you judging me as badly as Jackie is right now?
DM me if you are.
Yeah. And let us know what you think.
Subscribe.
Cheers, Jack.
Cheers. And you can Uber home now.
Yeah, right.
Do I have to track
Should be a
you?
sponsor. Whoever should sponsor this episode.